So what happens when, you guys are you're like 10 minutes out from going live, 5 minutes out from going live, and then it's not happening? What do they tell you? What's going through your mind as that's happening?
I mean, it's we were all planning for a really monumental moment, and so when you have all this prep, you have your mind, getting your mindset right, getting your body right. We're talking to each other, we're trying to fill out the vibe. We're trying to make sure we come in prepared. That hesitation definitely it catches you off guard. And, at points in time, we were like, we just wish this would start already.
Yeah. We were trying to keep each other lively, dancing, hanging out.
Yeah. And I think ultimately, we had a good time with it. And I think when it started off, we handled it the right way.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was a good show regardless. Yeah. Does anybody from the crew come out and say, hey, here's what's happening? Did they tell you why? What was the reason?
I mean, just this season is the reason.
We broke the internet.
This season is the reason.
We broke the internet.
I mean, we were just patiently waiting. That's all it was. We were ready. We were ready to get started. We were excited for everybody to see the live reunion. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah. Nobody was like a light went out or the stream is we can't figure out the bandwidth.
Our part of this is really just to tell our story.
Yeah.
Everything else is outside of our control.
Yeah.
Did the nerves start to sink in a little bit? I mean, you guys have a great story to tell, so I can't imagine you guys getting progressively more nervous over the course of that hour while the show is delayed. But what was going through your mind?
Well, I think we were a little, or at least I was a little bit nervous before we started. But then, after we were waiting for a little bit, I was like, oh, no, this is good. I just wanted to stick to our story and celebrating love, because that's what this show is all about.
Knowing, what you were in for, and then we're going live at 5 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock comes and you're not live, and 5 o'clock becomes 6 o'clock. What was going on in your mind between 5 and 6? Were you like a boxer ready to fight who was then told, nope, back to the dressing room for an hour?
Yeah, I was just anxious. I wanted to get things off my chest. I wanted to be able to have that conversation with everyone. I honestly just wanted to get it over with. I wanted to have everyone, be able to say their piece. And so I was a little anxious, but it happens.
Did anybody say why? It was because,
we broke the internet. We're too exciting. Yeah, I don't know. The show's been a huge mess, drama, social media. I'm not shocked that, of course, it ended in some sort of chaos like that.
It was hard to wrap your head around. In a way, I was just like, what? We're crashing Netflix servers. We're crashing servers around the world. There was a little bit of pride. I was like, yeah. The servers. But I don't know. It was weird, but I was grateful for the moment to kind of recalibrate, because we were all so nervous going in. So yeah, it gave us a chance to kind of settle our nerves.
I just think people were really excited to see me get roasted. So the server got backed up. So they got what they wanted. The show came on. But it took a minute.
We were just told, just sit tight. Yeah.
And what does that do to your mindset when you're ready to go, and then you're off the starter block?
Oh yeah, it's like when a field goal kicker is iced in football. The coach on the opposing team comes in and calls a quick timeout. Yeah. It's the nerves just kind of get settled, and you got to restart it. So. Yeah. It was difficult, but I feel like we all managed it pretty well.
They were updating us with times and stuff, and we are so comfortable around all these people that we're with, right? Or most of them, right? And so we were just hanging out and just waiting, and it was fine.
We had a great technical team. They got everything back online really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show how many people are into the show.
Yeah.
So
I know this kind of thing only happens for Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, really big shows that people are really excited for, that crashes services. And now you guys are a part of that. How did that feel? What is that? Obviously you guys have been going through this. You've been seeing people's messages and DMs, and maybe even in your personal lives. But tonight you got kind of concrete proof of that, how many people are following this show and this journey.
Yeah, I think it's such a beautiful thing to be able to share our story with the world. To have that level of impact is so humbling and beautiful, and I want us to continue using that for good things. So.